Good morning, students. In the last class, we have learnt what are different natural resources. They are air, water, and soil. These are the natural resources that are available in the nature naturally. Means we are not preparing them. They are available in the nature itself. So only they are called natural resources. Regarding where they are present, we have learned that lithosphere, in which soil is present, atmosphere, in which air is present, hydrosphere, in which water is present. Like that, we have learned. Okay. Now, let us learn about the atmosphere and its role. Okay. Regarding air, what is the composition of air? All those things we have learned. Why this composition of air is there, that also we have learned. Now the role of atmosphere. Atmosphere has covered the earth like a blanket. We cover the blanket for what? To preserve our temperature, especially during the winter. Okay, we don't want to get cooled, so that we cover us with a blanket. So atmosphere also has covered the earth like a blanket. The atmosphere keeps the average temperature of the earth fairly steady during the day and even during the entire period of the year also, because the air is a bad conductor of heat. Air is a bad conductor of it, so that heat cannot pass through it that easily. So, as the atmosphere has covered the earth like a blanket, excessive heat cannot penetrate into the atmosphere of our earth. In the same way, whatever the heat that is entering into the earth, it cannot escape from the earth, because air is a bad conductor of heat. If it would have been a good conductor of heat, then the earth will be getting heated up very quickly and the temperature rises like anything. And by the night time, as there is no light and heat, the heat that is already present will escape from the earth and the earth will be getting completely cooled. But it is not happening. Why? Because the atmosphere keeps the average temperature of the earth fairly steady. Okay, since air is a bad conductor of heat. The sudden increase in the temperature during the daylight hours and the escape of heat into outer space during the night time are prevented by the atmosphere. Just we have discussed it. Extreme temperature range, that is minus 190 degrees Celsius to plus 110 degrees Celsius temperature, exists on the moon because there is no atmosphere on the moon. See, on the moon there is no atmosphere. So that what is happening there? Extreme temperature range is present there on the moon. Right? We all are experiencing cool evening breezes after a hot day. Rains, gentle breezes, strong winds, or sometimes even terrible storms. But how are they happening? What actually is resulting them to happen? All these things are the results of the changes that take place in our atmosphere due to the heating of air and the formation of water vapor. Right? So all these cool evening breezes, rains, gentle breezes, strong winds, or terrible storms, these are the results of the changes that take place in our atmosphere due to the heating of air and the formation of water vapor. The water vapor is formed due to the heating of water bodies and the activities of living organisms. Transpiration, it is an activity of plants which results in the formation of water vapor. And heating of water bodies from the oceans, when the water is getting heated, evaporation of water takes place. So that water vapor is present in the air. So heating of air and formation of water vapor, it results in the cool breezes, strong winds, rains, gentle breezes, even sometimes storms also. Right. When the heat falls on the land or on the water bodies, it is reflected back or re-radiated by the land and water bodies. Like how a ball that is fallen on the ground will be just bouncing back. In the same manner, the heat that is falling from the sun on the land, it will be bounced back, reflected back, or re-radiated. And the heat that is falling on the water bodies, it is also reflected back or re-radiated. So the atmosphere, that is the air cover of the earth, it is heated from below. So air cover is present above the earth. The earth is getting heated. So where air is present? Above the earth. So where earth is getting heated? Below the air. Right? After earth is getting heated, what is happening? The heat is reflected back. So heat is coming from down, right? Or below the air. So the atmosphere is heated from below by the reflected back or re-radiated heat. When air is heated, convection currents are set up in the air. When air is heated, convection currents are set up in the air. Air above the land and air above the water bodies, both are getting heated. But the air above the land and the air above the water bodies, they are not going to get heated in the same level. They are getting heated differently because land gets heated faster than water. So the air above the land gets heated faster than the air above the water bodies. When air gets heated, it rises. Rises means moves up. When air gets heated, it will further move up. When it moves up, its pressure will be decreasing. Air pressure will be decreasing. We will discuss about what is the resultant effect of this decrease in the air pressure little later in today's class only. In the coastal regions, means the region which is having a sea coast, that is what called coastal regions. In the coastal regions, the air above the land gets heated faster and starts rising during the daytime than the air above the sea. Right? So, during the daytime, the air above the land, it is getting heated faster. So, it rises faster. At the same time, the air above the sea also is getting heated, but it is getting heated slowly. So, it also rises, but not in the same level to that of the air that is present on the land. As the air above the land gets heated faster and rises faster or rises high, a region of low air pressure is created above the land than compared to the air pressure above the sea. So, the air pressure above the land during the daytime is what? Lesser than the air pressure above the sea. So during daytime, there is lower air pressure above the land than above the sea. This causes the movement of air from above the sea to the land. So any substance will move from its higher pressure to its lower pressure. So where air pressure is lower now? Above the land. Where air pressure is higher compared to the land air pressure? Above the sea. So where to where the air will move? From above the sea to above the land. So this movement of air from above the sea to above the land is known as sea breeze. Like how land gets heated faster, it gets cooled faster also than water bodies. Like how water gets heated slowly, it gets cooled also slowly, right? So the air above the water bodies will be warmer during the night than the air above the land. So obviously this creates lower air pressure above the water body than above the land during the night time. Like how land gets heated faster, it gets cooled also faster than the water bodies. Like how water gets heated slowly, it gets cooled also slowly. Okay, right? So the air above the water bodies will be warmer during the night time than the air above the land, because water has not lost the heat. It is losing the heat slowly. It is still retaining the heat. So there is more heat above the water bodies during the night time. Whereas land has already lost its heat because it is getting cooled faster. So the air above the water bodies will be warmer during the night than the air above the land. This creates lower air pressure above the water body than above the land during the night time. So the air moves from above the land to above the sea during the night time. So when air is moving from land to sea, it is known as land breeze. During which time it happens? It happens during the night time. And during the daytime, what is happening? The air is moving from above the sea to above the land. So that is known as what? Sea breeze. Since sea breeze and land breeze mixes with each other, okay, a fairly steady temperature, not much fluctuating temperature, is going to take place in coastal regions. That is the region in coastal regions when the temperature is recorded. In between the lowest temperature and the highest temperature, the gap will be lesser than compared to the other normal regions. In other normal regions, lowest temperature and highest temperature they will be having they have large gap. Whereas here in coastal regions between lower temperature and higher temperature, the gap is bit less. Okay. Thus, the uneven heating means not getting heated in the same way. At one place getting heated faster and more, and another place getting heated slowly and less. This is what called uneven heating. Uneven heating means not getting heated in the same way. At one place getting heated faster and more. At another place getting heated slowly and less. This uneven heating of two different regions of the earth, they cause the creation of a pressure difference in the air. The pressure difference in the air causes the air to move from its high pressure area to its low pressure area. Right? The movement of air from one region to other region creates winds. In coastal regions, the direction of wind is from sea to land during the daytime, which is known as sea breeze, and the direction of the wind from land to sea during the night time, okay, which is known as land breeze. Right? We'll discuss the remaining things in the next class.